Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
We'll go ahead and let's be responsible. We're going to check the news right off the back. So I use two platforms to check the news. My number one source is the MyFXBook app, MyFXBook. And then second is, let's pull that up here. Second is going to be Forex Factory, forexfactory.com. All right. Let's go ahead and refresh this page, see what it looks like. All right, so you can see here, 7 a.m. red-folded pound news, but tonight looks like we got some yellow and orange folder for euro and Great Britain pound, as well as the Aussie dollar. And then according to my FX book, orange folder euro news hour 52 minutes, red folder Euro news in 2 hours, 52 minutes. And that's about it. After that, for those who are going to be on afterward, an hour after we get out the call, you got a lot of red folder Great Britain pound news, lots of it. So, hey, if you're going to be in the markets after we get out this call, make sure to trade responsibly and be aware of that news. Multiple red folder pound news. You guys know the pound pairs are volatile as it is. So, you have to be careful when you have multiple red news. Multiple red news. All right. So, forexfactory.com and then the MyFXBook app. All right. MyFXBook, that app. You can use that and look at the news. In the meantime, let's go ahead and jump on the charts. If you're new, this is your first night being on the call. Here's how things work. I typically go back and forth between answering questions and looking at the charts to make sure that we have opportunity to learn, but then also earn. All right. So if you have any questions, please put those into the Q&A. I check the Q&A first, and then if you want to shout somebody out or tell me to look at a pair, put that into the chat. All right. And then I'll check the chat later. Not as frequently, but I check the chat when it's time to look at some pairs that you may want me to take a look at. All right, now that we got 130 people on, I need everybody to blow the chat up with CFO. So our very own CFO has blessed us and jumped on the charts tonight with us. So make sure you guys blow up the chat, with the CFO. Let them know that hey, we're grateful for him being here. If it wasn't for him, guys, we wouldn't have the platform up and running on a consistent basis. So appreciate you, Mr. CFO. So Jaleel said the rent moratorium news came out today. Jaleel, I did not hear about it, but I know I've been waiting on it because the moratorium for rent due to COVID, when they lift it, you're going to see big moves in the market just due to foreclosures. Of course, the market's going to move as the foreclosures start to pick up. Same thing that happened last year, same thing that happened back in 08, 09. So Jaleel, what was the verdict? What happened with the moratorium news? That's going to be a big change. I did not hear about it. I heard some certain funding ran out, but that's about it. So certain packages ran out, but I haven't heard anything about the moratorium news. Matter of fact, let's go look it up, guys. Let's go look it up. Give me 1 second here, guys. Let me pull it up here. Might as well. Let's just go look at it. Let's just go look for it. There it is. Beautiful. I don't want to say beautiful because this could be tough for a lot of people that are still affected by the pandemic. But as you guys can see here, a federal judge throws out national eviction moratorium. Of course, the DOJ appealed, but as you can see here, come on now. The Department of Justice has filed an appeal after a federal judge threw out a national eviction moratorium on Wednesday, putting millions of tenants at risk of losing their homes for not paying rent during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, if that stands, that could be a big blow for a lot of families out there. But from the case we're looking at, from the standpoint of the markets. So, if you are affected by this, my condolences go out to you guys. Hoping that we can provide you a solution to help. But this is a big mover in the markets. So we'll see how that plays out. We're going to jump on the charts. You guys can see here how the market is played out. Pound and euro pairs are all up for the day. So as you guys know, this is the dashboard. We look at of course, the top 10 symbols that are recommended for AIRO. Then I also have gold, S&P 500, German 30, Japan 225, and the UK 100 index pairs on here. You can see spread all low. That's a good sign. Low spreads. Even GBP NZD is less than 2. But you can see the daily open. Since the day started, all pound and euro pairs are up. You can see that GBP AUD is up almost to its ADR, so we probably won't touch that pair tonight. EUR AUD, we're not going to touch that pair tonight. It's over its ADR. All right. So pull up the charts here. GJ, halfway to its ADR. All right. GJ in the uptrend. GJ in the uptrend. Let's go look at GU. GU is in a downtrend at the moment. All right, in a downtrend. GI, don't really want to touch this one. You can see it's had some big movement. You see that there, right there. It's an uptrend, but it's had some huge movements in the day. So it's starting to retrace significantly. That's one thing I like to use is that if the pair is up and so for example, with GI, 100 out of 109 ADR. So it moved up 100 pips. Moved up 100 pips. All right. What I like to see with that is if the ADR is that high, what I wait for is a potential opportunity to counter trend trade. All right. The ADR, average daily range, tells you that a pair has been averaging so many pips per day for X amount of days. I track 10 days, and that's what I teach you guys to put the settings at. So in the last 10 days, GBP AUD has been averaging 109 pips per day. All right, y'all blowing me up, so I know that means we're probably missing something. Let me look real quick here. Let me see. We got any entries on something yet? All right, nothing. All right, cool. Jump back on the chart. There go notification. GU for the buy. GU for the buy. Right into the zone makes no sense. Negative, Ghost Rider. But as you can see here, 100 out of 109. So the ADR on GPAUD has ran up 109 pips. Guess what? What that tells me is if I get a potential reversal off of a zone, whether it be it's 100 out of 109. So you come to the chart and look at the direction. Well, you can see the direction has been up. So it's gone 100 out of 109 pips upward. So now we look for what? A potential reversal for a sale. All right. For a sale. For me, it's been a great entry right here. Been a great entry right here. All right. You have the fractal high right here. This long wick. This is a selling, it's a lot of selling pressure. And then you have the confirmation candle right here, closed below that candle itself. They had the wick. And you can see that it has dropped significantly since then. As you enter the next candle, you'd be up somewhere around 30 plus pips. All right. Another thing, that's price action right there. But also look at this right here. Look at this right here. All right. More confirmation that was a good entry. There's a high. off the zone. There's a lower high off the zone, and then the final lower high off the zone. So price could not close above any particular previous level. All right. And then with the ADR blown out, it only has one way to go, and that's the opposite direction. All right. So this is how you trade price actions, how you trade market trends, market structure. So this is market structure here. Higher lows, lower lows. All right. It wouldn't surprise me to see price come down to this area right here, making a lower low because the overall trend is now reversing. All right. It's now reversing. You can also see here, from a market maker standpoint, there's your M. All right. There's your A. There's your second A. So we're heading back down. Now, you get the M. It's a funky M right here out of the resistance zone. There's your A. Here's your A here. And now we're heading back down. We should be looking to make a W, all right, somewhere in this area. On this zone here, preferably this zone because it'll be a lower low. All right. What am I talking about? Lower low. Look at this structure here. All right. You see the overall market itself, it's trending, lower and lower, as you can see here. All right, it's trending lower and lower. You see that? This is a channel here. All right, it's a channel. And with that channel here, I feel like price will come down to this bottom of this channel and look to make the W in this area down here. All right, because the MAAW cycle is the market maker's downward cycle. All right. So all the confirmations are there for you guys to make educated decisions on entering into a trade, whether there's a W, whether there's an AIRO or not. All right. So just want to give you guys some more insight on how to use AIRO for your benefit. All right. I could probably go throw fibs on there and show you some rejection levels as well. But we're going to pull up these charts real quick so that we can potentially get a trade. Somebody tell me, look at the GN. GN is in a slight uptrend. 3 zones versus 2. All right. But through the fib on this bet. As of right now, I don't see anything as of right now. All right. As of right now, I'm not really seeing setups right now. It's in a slight uptrend, but GN 94 out of 131. So it's getting pretty close to 75% of its ADR. It's getting real close, guys. Getting real close there. So be careful. We're definitely going to be careful with GN tonight. All right. Definitely going to be careful with GN. All right. GU. GCAS. Get G Chef up. G Chef is ranging. EUR, same thing there. It blew its ADR out. Look, it's only got one place to go. Back down. And right now the trend is even, 2 and 2. This means what? You can trade both directions. All right. Textbook trade. Very same setup as GBP AUD. GBP AUD, Euro AUD, they typically like to correlate together sometimes, which is very weird. All right. Euro GBP not doing much. Euro JPY just sitting there ranging. Euro NZD. All right, in a downtrend. Let's look at gold. Gold has been booming. You guys saw my results. I posted results of gold earlier. Gold has been in an absolute uptrend. Straight uptrend. Just booming. Love it. All right. You guys make sure to look out for some what's the name tonight. We're looking for fractal trades tonight. Looking for fractals. I want to catch a fractal trade so that we can all blow up the chat and let Jackie know her strategy works. We've yet to catch one yet. GR30. All right, uptrend for GER 30. 225. And UK 100. All right, we got everything on the charts. I got everything on the charts. Nothing really set up right now. We'll come back and take a look at it, see if you guys got to say here. GCAD. What do I see for GCAD? Let's go take a look at GCAD. GCAD, for everybody using good old Neo, take a look at it. All right, so we look at it, we zoom out. We got 4 red zones, we have 4 green zones. So we are currently in what's called consolidation. Like you see, prices just consolidating, going sideways, right? Look at these zones here. There is no real trend as we have even zones. Got about 20 pips in between the 2 inner zones. There's no real trend as of right now on GCAD. All right. Now, with GCAD, you can see that let's see if this works here. We trended up. All right. Now we're slightly looking to do what? Now we're trending down. All right. Now we're trending down at the moment. All right. So until I see us break out of this trend here, out of this channel, we'll probably look to go to the downside. It would not surprise me to see that we break this level right here and head to the downside. All right. You can see 200 right now is on top. AIRO moving average is on the bottom. All right. Nice gap in between. All signs of strong selling. All right. Strong selling as of right now. All right. Strong sell power whenever you see that. Man, I gotta get it for New York session, man. New York session. I'm gonna show you guys here. I know you guys want to see the Bacon Dexter move. I'm gonna show you one right here. So even though we have no trend right now, right? So 2 days ago started the downward cycle for what? Downward cycle for GCAD. All right. Hold on. Let me change the color on this so you guys can see it a little better. Let's go with a. Let's go with white. Maybe that'll be a lot brighter. Let me make it fatter. Trend line properties. Make it a fatter white line. All right. All right. So here's your M. All right. Then you had your what? You had your cross down of the AIRO moving average over the 200. You had your what? You had your A. All right. And then you had your what? You had your second A. Remember MAAW. All right. And then it came down here into the actual. You can draw this multiple ways. There's the W that I'm seeing here. All right. MAAW. All right. Now let's zoom in. All right. So you got the MAAW. All right. MAAW. And then guess what? JP225 cash. Let's take a look at that real quick. For the sale, we're in an uptrend. I'm not touching it. I'm not going to touch any of these currency pairs for the UK until we hit open of London session. All right. GCAD. All right. So you see this here? Now, here's the beautiful thing. Remember, I told you, if you get an up arrow, because we know the overall trend is down now. We know the trend, the market maker cycle is down. We're in the middle of the MAAW. Right here is an arrow into the zone. We're in the middle of a downward cycle of the what? Of the market maker cycle. This happened during New York session. So that means what? That means immediately put a sell. As soon as that closes, as soon as that pops up, you put a sell right there. 25 pip take, 20 pip take profit, 40 pip stop loss. As you see here, you had point, not even 1 full pip of drawdown, and then it dropped 41 pips because it's in that cycle. That's that bank induction move in the what? In the cycle, downward cycle of the market maker strategy. A couple candles later, you get what? You get a bag entry, bounce, arrow, go. You could have put another entry right here, and you could have just doubled down your way down there. All right. When you start to see these things, and look at all the confirmations. We're in a downward what? We're in a downward channel. You see here, I got that blue, these blue lines. There's a downward channel. There's a downward market maker cycle. The arrow moving average is underneath the 200, signifying what? That we're in a downtrend. And then we had a bank induction move, clear bank induction move, forcing buyers, retail customers to buy so that they can actually sell. That's all that's going on. All right, easy moves there, guys. Easy moves. This understanding these small tactics are what take you from catching 30, 40 pips a day to catching 300 to 400 pips a day. Small little variations. That's it. Understanding where you're at in the cycle, where you're at in the reversals, price action. Those are what make the difference in taking you to that next level of trader. So right now I see as we're in a downward cycle on GCAD. If you have NEO, I'm not really sure what NEO took today as far as what signals it sent out, if it was a buy or a sell. I would hope it would be a sell. And should most likely be around into profit because if I remember correctly, NEO trades in this time frame right here, the 2 p.m. of the other day, just before the day. So yeah, you should have had some nice profits on the downtrend here for a sale. I'm hoping that NEO took sale. Matter of fact, anybody that's using NEO, let me know. All NEO trades closed out earlier. Nice. Mr. Fair, did they close out in profit and were they sales? I'm not currently using NEO at the moment, but that's what I would expect it to have put in. One was a buy, 2 sales. Great, 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 great. So mode 1, mode 2, all closed profitable. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. All right. We got 1 minute to the new candles. Let's jump into the charts real quick. If we don't see a setup, then we will look to come back and answer the Q&A. All right. We got 1 minute until the next candle here. Next 15-minute candle. GU and G Chef and GN all for the sale. So GN for the sale. All right, GN for the sale. Got 25 pips until the next zone, but there's no bounce. There's no bounce there. And it's an uptrend. All right. You got GU with the sale. All right, it's a bounce, but we're in an uptrend. Actually, we're in a no trend, and there's not enough room in between the two middle zones. And then we've got G Chef with a sale. All right, it's into a zone. All right, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. Gold is booming. All right, question is, what is the best way to use your software on laptop or mobile? I download it on my phone as well as laptop, but I mostly use it on my phone. Is that the right way, or have to have it on laptop? So if you have the remote desktop on your phone, which I do myself, you can use the software on your phone and on your computer. So both are the right way. It's just whatever's comfortable for you. All right, everything still applies. All right. How to open this dashboard. There's a video that walks you through how to actually set the dashboard. All right, so the dashboard. So what's probably easier is if you watch the videos, the setup videos for the dashboard and AIRO, and you set it all up on your computer, it'll always look the same on your phone. All right, whatever you have on your computer will be the same on your phone. So it's probably best, since you set it up on your computer and your phone, go ahead and set up your software and all the settings you want on your desktop or your laptop first. That way, when you open up your phone, it's easy to view and you already have everything set up. All right. The purple line. The purple line is the 200 moving average, exponential. Watch strategy number 9 video so that you understand why that is there. All right, we went over GN. We're using bag strat on S&P 500. So again, the bag strategy I teach is just forex pairs. I don't teach the bag strategy for gold. I don't teach it for indexes because it's different. They're more volatile. I can tell you that my strategy is 50-100 typically, or market structure. So the reason why I don't teach around cryptocurrencies and at least when I say teach by making the videos, I don't make the videos for those due to the fact of the volatility. All right, the volatility of these. But you see here is a bounce, an arrow here on the 5-minute. This happened earlier today. You had a little down of 7 pips, and it's up as of right now over 74 pips right now. All right. So with gold, I personally, I'll tell you what I personally do, and there's 2 ways that I trade it, depending on what I'm looking for and what based on my analysis, where I think price is going to go. So on this entry right here, you had as you can clearly see here, we've got more green zones than red zones. You can see that the arrow moving average is on top of the 200. That is a strong, you got a gap. That is a strong bias of a buying market. All right. Price came down, you had the bounce, and then you had the arrow here. All right. Which means your entry would be right here. Now you can do 2 things. All right. 2 things. You can bring your stop loss right here to the previous low. Your entry is here on this arrow. This would be your previous low. So this is market structure, which that right there is, less than 30 pips. All right. And then as far as your take profit, you set that based on your analysis. All right. Or you can set take profit, your stop loss, underneath the structure, underneath support right there, and then look to take price a little higher. Free up to you on how you do it. Gold, indexes, cryptocurrencies, very volatile. What looks like a small candle here, you think like on a GBP or on, let's say, EUR USD, since you guys love that pair so much, this is a 6 pip candle on EUR USD. On gold, it's a 60 pip candle. Huge difference. All right. More volatility in the market. All right. What looks like small moves are actually larger moves. All right. So you have to judge things differently. That's why I don't teach on these in the videos, because you need to understand the basics of just trading the forex pairs before you, and then be able to apply those concepts, to gold and indexes, in a more consistent manner. Very difficult to do so in the very beginning. All right, that's why I don't go over those. But typically, I either use market structure like I explained, or I have a standard 50 pip take profit, 100 pip stop loss. I was hoping gold would give us a big enough pullback where we could get in on a retrace, but it's not trying to let us. That GER 30. Got that nice move yesterday. I'm expecting to break up to the upside. Expecting that break to the upside. So the question was, how do you get the chart to auto-populate the fractals and the 200 EMA? Right now, you cannot. I will be making a template for it and have it automatically uploaded so that you guys, I'm going to make a few templates for you guys to make things a little easier for you guys. All right. I'm also going to make a few templates based on time zones so that you guys have a set template for that's already set for the money zone. So look out for those. All right. So what is the best way to determine when an overall trend is changing? Start from the higher time frames and see what trend is per time frame. So yeah, you can do top-down analysis. That's what that's called. When you look at the higher time frames, look down. You can, there's a multitude of ways to understand, when a market, is changing. I just kind of went over that earlier, with GBP AUD. The blowout happened with the ADR. You had the lower lows, kind of like I explained. Here's the clear indications that market is changing. All right, let's go back and look at the GBP AUD. There's multiple ways you can do it. All right, lower lows. You see overall prices, lower highs, lower lows. So prices overall moving back down. Prices trying to go back up, but can't break the previous highs. All right, this is a sign that the market is changing. All right, you see the cross of the AIRO moving average below the 200 moving average. That's a sign. All right. If we go to the H1, you see on the H1, we got 4 and 4, so we're even right now as far as that goes on the number of zones. So whenever you start to see that happen, where you have, if you start to see that you had more green zones than red zones, and then you start to see that more red zones are popping up, that's a significant, on the higher time frames, and the red zones are starting to catch up to the number of green zones. That's a significance that the trend is starting to change. All right. And then you can clearly see on the higher time frame, the H1, that price is definitely starting to move in a downward area. All right. There's multiple ways you can look at it. It's all in what works best for you. Is what it comes down to. For me, I'm not a big fan of looking at the higher time frames as much. If anything, I look at the H1. That might be about it. It kind of give me an idea of what's going on. Like if I see let's go back to H1 here. You can see this here. Doji. When I start to see, because again, I'm big on candlestick formations. Candlestick Bible is in the AIRO bag chat. But whenever I see, candlestick formations that are known for, what do I call it? Are known for change in market. When you have those candlestick formations on higher time frames in areas of resistance or support, this is a No, this is a confirmation for me that, oh, price is getting ready to change. Fractal high, doji, and then look, a bearish engulfing candle. Fractal high, doji, followed by a bearish engulfing candle. And then the drop from there, it dropped 100 pips from that point. Dropped a good 54, nice reverse. Dropped again, 91 to 91, reverse, and drop some more. So, depending on what your target is, when you start to understand candlestick formations and when certain candlestick formations happen at certain areas, all right, so certain resistance levels, support levels, you can also use Fibonacci to understand if the market's getting ready to change. So there's a whole different realm when it comes to how do I understand how if the market is getting ready to change. Is really what's under your comfort zone. Do you want to use Fibonacci? Do you want to use support and resistance zones? Do you want to use candlestick formations and and things of that nature on the high? Do you want to look at higher time frames versus lower time frames? So you just really got to figure out what works best for you that allows you to identify it, and then you put that into practice. All right, put that into practice. Someone asked what the small arrow is on top of the candle. That is a fractal. That is a fractal. So a fractal, let's go take a look at it here, is a, so these right here, these triangles are fractals. They indicate rejection in price at certain levels. I'll explain why fractals pop up. All right, this fractal popped up because the candle to its left, the highest price point is lower, and the candle to its right, the highest price point is lower than the one in the middle. Typically, when you have that, you're going to have a fractal high. All right, and vice versa for fractal low. You see here at this point, the wick was lower than the wick on the left and on the right. Therefore, you have a fractal low. All right. So those help you to identify potential reversals in the market. Doesn't guarantee anything, but shows you where there might be a potential area of support or resistance. All right. So just additional indicators that may help you in your quest to catch pips. Yes. So someone asked, is the upward market maker cycle WVVM correct? MAAW down, WVVM on the upside. GER 30, Cashmere, my brother. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at the G to the ER. All right, German 30. Yeah. Just ranging right now, chilling. UK 100 for the sales. What we got? We got 15 minutes until the top of the hour. Oh, yeah. UK 100. Where'd it go? Where's UK 100? There we go. Sell into the zone. All right. I'm expecting to buy. Expecting this to break the zone, head to the upper room. Expecting it to head to the upper room. Let's switch those around. I'm looking for UK 100 and German 30 to break out in about 15 minutes. So y'all be ready for that. Y'all be ready for that. Gold is still moving up. Market is dead right now. I'm not liking this. I'm hoping we get a little more movement. I want to catch some pips. We had a good night last night. Or I want to catch some pips. Can you talk about the market maker EA? I could talk about it, but I won't. I gave a synopsis. I'm not going to speak too much on it. I gave a synopsis last night about that, and I'll kind of leave it at that. So if you missed that call, I talked about a potential new product that I'm working on and its progress. But as of right now, there's nothing more to talk about. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. BTC on a 30-minute dropping. All right, let's go take a look at BTC. Y'all love your crypto. Not too much moving right now. Sitting right in a zone right now on the 15-minute. All right, still an uptrend overall. 5-minute uptrend. Minute 30 downtrend. H1 downtrend. H4 uptrend. So conflicting messages right now. All right, it's been consolidating to, for most part for the last day. You can see there, it's been consolidating. No real breakouts yet. AIRO moving average is above the 200, so still signifying bullish trend. And you have what? You have more green zones and red zones. All right. So not much going on Bitcoin there. Yes, there is a video on setting up the dashboard. Multiple videos. If you go into the AIRO bag chat, the AIRO announcements, you have it in there. It's in the AIRO bag chat as well. Give me 1 second. I will drop that video into the AIRO bag chat so that you guys have that. And I will also, here we go. So just drop that into the AIRO bag chat, the video that explains how to set the dashboard up. And I'm going to pin that to the, we'll pin this. So it's also pinned to the top of the chat, so you always have that access. All right. There it is. Mr. Fair about to secure the last 2 bags on gold for the day. Gold has been moving. I'm assuming you're in a buy. The mobile app to access the VPS is called the Microsoft Remote Desktop. All right. On the Auvoria Prime, matter of fact, let's go ahead and pull it up real quick here. Let me pull up Auvoria Prime's website. I will show you guys where to go so that you guys can access all the video content needed to walk you through in setting up your Microsoft Remote Desktop. All right, all the information is there for you. Just got to know where to look, my friends. You got 11 minutes until the top of the hour. 11 minutes until the top of the hour. 11 minutes until the start of London session. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me pull this up real quick here. All right, let me pull this up real quick here. Share my screen with you guys real quick. All right, so here we go. Oh, hold on. We just got a notification. Sure, let's go look at the chart right quick. We got a UK 100 buy. UK 100. All right, we're in an uptrend. We're right before the start of London session. How are we looking up there? Got 135 pips. Let's check the news real quick, guys. You may want to take this bag entry here real quick. Just double check here. Let's shoot clear. Make sure that Euro news passed us, because Euro news will affect the index, just like USD news affects the US indexes. All right, so we are waiting. We got a whole bunch of green folder Euro news in the next 8 minutes. So I'll wait. I'll continue to wait like to the start of Atlanta session, like we talked about. But I think we should take this though. Bag entry, every moving average. Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm taking this bag entry on UK 100. Take this bag entry on UK 100. I'm gonna put it at 100 pips, but you guys know me. I'm looking for 50 pips on these indexes. So I'm looking for 50 pips. So I'm looking to secure the bag at 50 pips. But I'll put it at 100 because we'll probably be in this trade going into London. So we make it that nice little oomph, the little push, have a bag more pips. All right. And for me, I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with a tighter stop loss here at this previous low. All right. So I'm gonna put my stop loss at. All right. Which is approximately in the 70, 30-ish range. All right. Again, if you're taking a trade on an index, make sure to use proper risk management, which means make sure to use the lot size appropriate for your account. I recommend using a 0.01 for every $100 when you trade Forex pairs. When you trade index pairs and gold and crypto, I recommend using a 0.01 for every $500. It's a lot more just because of the volatility that is in the market. All right. This could go 100 pips this way and then 500 pips the other way. That's how the market runs. All right. It's all about finding those pinpoint, entries. Entry is key. So until you get to the point where your entries are spot on, you want to make sure that you are actually utilizing proper risk management. All right. And even when you have spot on entries, you want to utilize proper risk management as well. You don't want to just put on a crazy lot size because nobody is 100% accurate. You can always be wrong. And you don't want that one time for you to be wrong where you don't use proper risk management and it blows your account. All right. We've all been there. We've all done that. All right. So let's go back and take a look here. All right. You see here, AuvoriaPrime.com. I selected AP Academy. Bring you to this page here with our host, Mr. Bill Wynn, our CTO. All right. And from here, you want to go to My First Steps. And under My First Steps, you'll make sure you go through all 4 of these modules. Go watch all these videos. All right. When you're done, go to My Product. All right. Your products page. Scroll down. If you have AIRO, it'll be right here. It'll be the first one that pops up. Select Access Setup Course. And you scroll down and you have the AIRO overview, the setup and access for your VPS. The second tab there. That is where you can, and then of course you can scroll down and the setup of AIRO and all the strategies. But here's where you can find how to set up your VPS. All right. Your VPS through the website, but then also your VPS through remote desktop. You have all the videos there for you. All right. All right, let's jump back on the charts. Let's see how our trade is doing right now. We are in a bag entry on UK 100. Down 1 pip right now. Down 1 pip. We got 5 minutes until the start of London. Let's go look at everything else. How the market moving right now. Yeah, it's just coming down. It's coming down. I told you guys today is reversal day. You see Euro pairs heading up after they've been heading down all day. G pairs been heading up all day. Now they're heading back down. Reversal day. We're +2 on UK 100. +2 on UK 100. Come on, UK 100. I need to get on, take us out of our misery. Let's go ahead and start this night off right. All right, let's go answer a couple more questions here. All right, UK 100. I want to see the chart one more time. Let's go back and look at it. All right, so I like to trade my indexes on the 5 minute. As you can see, we got more what? We got more green zones than red zones. All right. The arrow moving average is above the 200. So that's just confirmation of a bullish trend. You can also see, let me zoom in a little bit for you guys here. You can see a what? A fractal low, boom up, and you got another bullish candle. So you got price action here off the zone, telling you what? That price is potentially going up. And then this candle right here, we got our arrow on. So our bounce and our arrow. So we got in a trade. All right, we got in the trade. And now TP is at 100 pips, but I'm looking to cash out around 50 pips. I have it there just in case we get that nice big push. We can secure some more pips. All right. That's what the UK 100 chart looks like. I'm actually expecting price to definitely, there we go. We got some movement already. Up 22 pips, 24 pips right now, UK 100. I was supposed to get some good movement. I expect price to definitely give us 50. We'll see what happens. You can clearly see here, and this is the only thing that scares me slightly. And I won't say it scares me, but it has me, got some caution. You see the last time price had the bag entry, it went up. All right, so you got this trend line here. So it did not break the previous high. All right, did not break the previous high. So from our entry to the zone there, 60 pips. So we should securely be able to get 50 pips out of this bad boy. So let's go ahead and put that there. Make sure to secure that 50 right there, right below the trend line. If we get a break above, great. Actually, you know what? I don't know why I moved it. Let's put it back where it was at. My fault, people. All right. Plus 42. All right. We'll see how it reacts when it gets to that trend line. Depending how it reacts when it gets to the trend line depends on it. If we stay on the trade or if we take our money and we run. All right. TP is 50 pips. We should be able to get that. And then we'll see how it reacts at the trend line. All right. Up 32 right now. 37. Let's get that push, baby. Come on. I need it. I need it. Plus 39. We got 1 minute here before London. London starts here in 1 minute. Plus 44. 42 now. I mean, this should be a free trade, guys, as well. We've already gotten almost all the way to our TP. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in profit. 5 pips. And secure it. And it's coming back down. Starter London's coming. Starter London. Free trade, though. You should be able to put your stop loss in profit. We were up at 44 out of the 50 pips. All right, took us out in profit. And Starter London can do that to you. But hey, we got the 44 out of 50. You should be in profit. TP hit. If you held that trade, TP just got hit 50 pips. So if you guys didn't put your take profit, your line of take profit, you definitely should have hit take profit if you did not put your stop loss in profit. All right. As you guys know, that started at London session, just like the start of New York session with the other indexes, you have this volatility. All right. The market's opening. All right. The market is opening. So I took my pips. I'm in there. We out of there. Those who didn't move their stop loss in profit, I got knocked out in profit. I'm fine. 5 pips. Hey, I didn't lose. We had our stop loss down here. We were able to move it into profit. All right. And if you didn't move it into profit, you definitely hit TP at 50 pips. How high did it go? Let's see here. And it went up 89 pips. So it almost hit the 100 take profit level as well. So congrats to those who took that trade. TP hit, closed at 70 pips. Nice, guys. Nice. Nice. Let us see it. Let us see it. Q&A. Closed with 2 winners, 80 pips. Nice. Nice. Got 60 pips. Appreciate it. Hey, great stuff, guys. Great stuff. Caught a quick 35 pips. Nice. Nice little bag. Hey, that was a bag entry. That was textbook. A lot of people say, oh, the bags don't work. You just got to know how to use them and know when to use them. All right. And for the most part, as long as you follow the rules, you're going to have high success. All right. High success. I just follow the rules. Uptrend, bag entry. I told you guys other confirmations. AIRO moving average is above the 200. That's additional confirmation of buying power. You see it's respecting this trend line. It went above it, but it's respecting it. If it closes above it, it's probably going to continue to move. All right. Somebody call that GCAD. GCAD. I'm not worried about GCAD right now. It needs to close below that zone for me. So we'll see. We got to close below that zone. Not only close below the zone, but also need to close outside of this area here. But yeah, definitely close below the zone. So we'll see. GN sitting still. GI coming down, like I told you guys, should be coming down in this area somewhere right here. Nothing. GU, G Chef, nothing. All right, GJ got a little M for me, but other than that, nothing. EA, nothing. All right, EG trying to push. EG trying to push. EG trying to push. Another way to understand a potential reversal that's coming is the market maker cycle. Boom. M. And that's a beautiful M because you had the M off of the resistance level. It's tilted down. Then you had the cross underneath the 200. Oh, my goodness. So there's the M. Here's the A. And this A, well, I'll tell you guys, this is that A. This is strategy number 9 right here. Strategy number 9 was activated 2 days ago in New York session. So if you took that trade, look at that. Strategy number 9 was activated. All right. We had the start of the market maker cycle here. AIRO moving average crossed below the 200. Now we're looking for what? Now we're looking for price to come back, touch the 200, and then come back and close below both. It came back, closed below both here. You want a 25 pip stop loss, which is right above the zone, and you want a 25 pip take profit. And you can clearly see it went backwards 2 pips, and it just dropped more than 25 pips. Easy money all day long. Easy money all day long. So you got the M, you got the A, you got a smaller A right here. All right. And then you got your what? I see it here. I see my W right here that is slanted up. So I'm, potential reversal started yesterday. All right. Remember, we talked about market makers are going to do one of 2 things. After the cycle is complete, they're either going to immediately take this MAAW into a WVVM straight up, or they're going to move the market sideways, push down to show what? And you see there that fake out. They push down to show a fake out as if what? They push down, went sideways, pushed down to show, oh, the downward trend is continuing. People were selling, people were selling, people were selling, and now they're moving up. Now they're moving up. Now they're moving up. For me, I'm looking for price to break. I'm looking for price to break above this here. All right, we break above that area right there. I'm looking for potential. I'll show you here. We'll keep this marked up here. All right. Gets a break above this area right here is where I'd be looking for. Look for something like this. All right. Euro J, Euro NZD. Gold booming, gold going all the way up. S&P 500, the upper room. Look at GER 30. Told you I was gonna break that line right there. Look at that, close right above that zone. That's where I had that line at. It's at the next zone right now. UK 100 is up. If you had that 100 pip TP, it just got smashed. All right, that's that line for that zone. If it closes above that zone, I'm probably gonna be back in for a buy. All right, see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Well, that GI is just falling hard. All right, G-Chef trying to make a little move. G-Chef and G-CAD, see if they can do. Can they break to the downside? UK 100, 100 pips. Congrats, Aaron. Aaron held that for the 100 pips. David held it for the 100 pips. 120 pips secured by Julian. Hey, man, y'all killing the game, man. Thanks, GER. Hey, Cash, I know you got that. Should have known. So what's about, guys? Just once you look at the charts enough, somebody called me today and we talked about it. I'm gonna start doing some analysis with naked charts. So I'm gonna analyze a naked chart, and then we'll throw AIRO on top of it to show you how AIRO gives you all the same confirmations. All right. Let's see here. Someone asked about GU is the same thing happening as in GCAD. Not really sure what you mean by that, unless you're talking about like the market maker cycle. GU, no. So US 500 with the buy arrow. It's the second one. I'm not taking it. I'll explain why I'm not taking it. All that right there, all that nonsense. You see all this to the left. Price just ranged in this area for a while. It's a level. This is going to be a tough level to get through. And then again, US 500 is a US pair. All right. Plus, you can see that if you guys remember what I talked about in in London session, GER 30 or UK 100. Typically, GER 30 makes the first move, and then everything else follows it. And then in New York session, the New York session indexes, they make the first move, and then everything else follows it. So right now, I take my key cues off of GER 30, UK 100, and Japan 225 before I would here. All right. Plus, arrow moving average below the 200 outside of session. So I would be looking to take that. That is just me. Some of y'all might be in it though. I know y'all. But with GU, I'm assuming you're asking if there's an arrow, is the same thing, meaning a bank deduction. And for me, I don't see the bank deduction. I'm seeing just a bunch of wicks. If you can't identify the market maker cycle, don't trade it. I can't really identify it here. It's just a bunch of mesh, just moving sideways. There's no real trend. I don't see it. So if I don't see it personally, I just don't even worry about trying to anticipate it. All right. But no, every up arrow into the zone or into a support zone or resistance zone is not a bank induction move. Please go watch strategy number 10 so you can understand more about bank induction moves and why it happens, when to take it. All right. GN may be in market maker cycle. Let's go look at GN. GA, G Chef Strat 3, GA. It's been falling. Been falling, guys. G Chef hadn't broke the zone yet. GCAD hasn't broke the zone yet. So I wouldn't enter in for strategy 3. All right. GU and GJ, nothing. So somebody said GN is potentially in a market maker cycle. Yeah, I see it. I mean, you got the, you see it's clear as day here. See, this is when it's clear. Here's the M, and it's a leaning M. What leaning M means? It's slanted down. So it's identifying what? Downward trend. M. You got multiple A's here. You got an A here. Another A here. And it's currently in an A right now. And this A that it's in right now could be, and we'll see how it works out, this A that it's in right now, it could be what? It could be what we're looking for. Because the M started 3 days ago. What's the third? We're in the third day. So this A could not actually be an A, and it could actually be the third leg of the W, because this could be a W right here, a slanted up W, and then we're looking for MAAW, and then we're looking for what? We're looking for the pressure to move back to the upside. So we'll see. This could be an A or it could be a W. We'll find out how it plays out. And, so I'm anticipating that we could have a nice move to the back up to the upside, but we'll see. Got to let it play out. Got to let it play out. UK 100, nothing. GR 30. GR 30 trying to push to the upper room. UK 100 on a 15-minute time frame. All right. On the M30, we are clear for takeoff. On the H1, we are clear for takeoff. On the H4, we are clear for takeoff. The day 1, we are in a zone at the moment. We are in a zone on the day chart. All right, we're in a zone. And we're hitting levels of resistance right here. Look at all that. Look at all that. We may not get the breakout we want. All right, may not get the breakout that we want. We'll see. We'll see. GER 30 just broke into the zone. That thing's still going. How to add the small arrow, how to add a fractal. So the small arrow, they're called fractals. They're called fractals. All right. So how do you add those to the chart? All right. So let's go look at it. All right. I'm going to jump on the chart here. So to add these arrows here, these fractals, you want to go to underneath charts, the gold folder with the gold star. Hit that. All right. Come down here to indicators, hit the plus sign next to indicators. Go to Bill Williams, hit the plus sign next to Bill Williams. Double click fractals, select OK. That's it. Navigator button, gold photo, gold star. Under indicators, hit the plus button. Come to Bill Williams, hit the plus button. Find fractals. Double click fractals, hit OK. All right. They're already set. They're custom. You can't make any images. They're not custom. They're just default settings. You can't change them. All right. You see, yeah, we're definitely here's another reason to anticipate to buy. Look at this. Clear as mud. Clear as mud. Look at that. A slanted what? It's a slanted W. Boom. Slanted W. All right, slanted W. Another confirmation for that bag entry. Should have held that bag entry. Got to be more careful, Cash. Got to be more careful. I should have held that one. But we locked it in. We follow the rules. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. And again, there are rules to your trading plan. There are rules to your risk management plan. And for me, my risk management plan is when I get to 80% of my take profit, actually, I'm sorry, 75%, I move my take profit into stop loss. Now, I move my stop loss into profit. That way I secure my profits. If it comes back and hits me at break even or, closes me out in profit, like it did, 5 pips, I didn't lose. I didn't get the full TP, but I didn't lose. Because price could have very well did what? Price very well have at the open of London, fake this out and then slam down. You guys have seen it. Happens like you just saw it shoot up. It also shoot down. All right. So you want to protect profits. And I told you guys I was doing it right before the start of London to ensure, because the start of London, because at London there's that volatility which we just saw. All right. So you want to make sure you have a trading plan. You want to make sure you have a risk management plan, money management plan, all of that. That is how I manage my risk on my accounts. By securing my profits. No solo cup today. We got H2O. We got H2O. All right. Does any index correlate with GER? Yes, UK 100 and what else do we look at? And then we're also looking at JP225. GJ is an uptrend, but how about that information? GJ uptrend, but what about the information? Let's go take a look. GJ uptrend. All right, information is there. Not touching it. That's just me. Don't touch it. High probability M's you take when they're slanted, they're planted into a resistance zone, and you're in a downtrend. So I would be looking for W's. Here's a beautiful W right here. Look at this. This is beautiful. After we get out, actually going into New York session. Look at this. Look at this. Don't worry about taking M's. You don't want to take every formation is going to happen all the time, guys. You're going to see formations all over the place. It's about knowing which formations to take and when to take them that allow you to be profitable. Can you win outside of that? Sure. But if we're in an uptrend, as you clearly see here, more green zones than red zones. If we're in an uptrend, all right, and inside the money zone, all right, inside the money zone, we have a W formation. All right, and guess what? You wait for it to close above the neckline, which you did here, and you run that bad boy up. 53 pips right there. That's it. MW formation in uptrend. M formation you take in downtrends, and you always want it to be slanted. W, you want it to slant up. M's, you want it to slant down. Those are high probability setups. It's not about taking all setups, it's about taking the right setup. All right. You want to take the right setup. The right setup keeps you from blowing your account. Somebody told me yesterday when I posted my results on my FTMO account after last night's session and said that I was being risky with a 2.5 lot. But I'm not. Demo account, or yeah, as you guys know, FTMO is demo. Even if you get funded, it's still a demo account. And a 2.5 lot will keep you within your risk. Can I risk more? Yeah, I can use a 5 lot, 10 lot, 20 lot. But trading with a 2.5 lot, if I lose 40 pips, it's only $1,000. That keeps me well below the 5% loss for the day. All right. So it's all about your trading plan. It's all about your risk management. You got to have it. If you go into trading without a plan, you go in already losing. You're already going to lose if you go in without a plan. You have to go on the plan. My plan every day, make $500 to $1,000 a day. Use a 2.5 standard lot. That's it. It's my game plan. On my risk management, you guys know when I hit 75% of my goal to my take profit, I move my stop loss into profit. And I got the same plan every day. Some days it works out, but for us, most days it's been working out. And then some days it doesn't. And we've had some days. It's been a rough last few weeks. Market's been topsy-turvy. A lot of people have had issues with the month of March. We're now in April and May, and things are starting to get better. Had a great day yesterday. We already got a W today. And that's when you hit it. That's when you start to get consistent. I'll be, since I didn't secure well, at least as of right now, I haven't secured my 500 to 1,000 for the session. I may trade after we get off. All right, you got to have your plan, and you have to have that plan when you go into trading for the day. Part of that plan also is, when do you trade? You guys might be New York session pairs. I like to trade London. I'm a night owl. I like to trade London. So I'm following my plan. You have to follow your plan. You don't have a plan, you're already losing. Yes, sir. Can't go broke taking profits. That is right. Hey, it took you 1 year to figure it out, but hey, you figured it out. Some people don't ever figure it out. So how does AIRO come up with the zones? What analysis that make them pop up? That's the secret. There's a lot of different reasons why the zones pop up where they pop up at. And that's the code, and the strategy that I selected and picked for them. So that's proprietary. Can't really talk about that one. Just know that it has to revolve around fractals, Fibonacci, and previous price. Those are the 3 factors that I use for the zones. Now, how all that works together is the secret sauce, but those are the 3 factors that I use for how the zones pop up, how big they are, how small they are, things of that nature. On UK 100, the bullish engulfing does it have to cover the previous candle? Yes, that's what engulfing is. Let's go take a look at what you may be talking about. UK 100. All right. Got the long wick. All right, that's a inverted hammer. This is a reversal pattern candle style. If you go look at, if you understand your candlestick patterns, at a zone, this isn't quite a bullish engulfing candle because it doesn't engulf the body of this candle, but this is a bullish candle. Then we had, once it closed, guess what? We had the arrow. That's why so when I saw that, I hesitated, looked at a few things, but I entered in because I saw that move. I saw the fractal there. I saw the start the form of the W. All right. I saw that the arrow moving average was above the 200 moving average. I saw that we're in an uptrend. Too many confirmations I saw And that's why I entered in the trade. We hesitated, but the reason I hesitated was for me to understand if I had enough confirmations to feel confident about the trade. And you saw we never went more than 8 pips down. So when you can identify the trade, you don't have to worry about having a huge stop loss. You can actually put a tighter stop loss if you wanted to. Because when you identify and have a good entry, like we did, all right, a good entry, you have the high probability chance of not having too much drawdown. I think we only had like 8 pip drawdown. Very good drawdown on that trade, and some of you guys caught up to 120 pips. I was able to catch 5, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I didn't lose. That's all that matters. Boop, boop, doop, doop, doop. What's UK 100 gonna do? GER30 is not playing no games today. Golly. So it's booming. So I'm gonna put the UK 100 and make a push. Like I said, follow the leader. We got 2 minutes until the next candle. If it closes above the zone and above that fractal, hey man, it's go time. I might get back in. Might just get back in. I'm not a fan of getting back in twice, but we got the momentum here pushing. So we'll see. We got 2 minutes. GJ pushing up. GU, GI, GI now bouncing. All right. GN, there you go. There it goes. There it goes. See what happens. GCAD bouncing back up. G Chef coming back on up. Got close to breaking the zone. Euro odd. Euro GBP starting to reverse. Euro NGD still got it. Looking up. Gold just chilling right now. We're not gonna do much with that. US 500. Hey, it's busting through that zone. It's following the leader. It's following the leader. GER 30 still pushing. UK 100. Up, 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 up. It's got to close above the fractal for me. It's got to close above the fractal for me to enter in. It closed below the zone where the line was at, where that zone was at. So I'm definitely not going to enter that trade. I'm not going to do it. It may still run up, but I'm not going to enter in. No, that ain't what I wanted to do. Let's do this. There we go. GI's in an uptrend. Got to bounce off that zone. I'm waiting for it to get over this AIRO moving average 200 and give us that bag entry. See what happens. GN. GK. Detoxing day. Yeah. GP pairs awaiting BOE announcement today around noon. I would agree. Bank of England. So let's take a look here. It's 2:32 a.m. my time. All right, let's go back to my Facebook. We are 27 minutes from the economic bulletin. So orange folder Euro news, and then we're 57 minutes away from green folder pound news and more Euro news. So right when the call ends, you got red folder Euro. So right at 4 a.m. Central, we got Euro, red folder. All right. Can you talk about inverted hammers? Sure. Inverted hammers. I like hammers, so I can talk about hammers all day. It's it's actually my favorite pattern. My favorite candlestick pattern is a hammer. So let's go to. All right, so a hammer. Let me find one for you guys real quick. All right. All right, great. So this is a hammer. Let's try this again. Insert shapes, rectangle. All right, this right here is a hammer. That one right there is a hammer. All right. So a hammer happens at the bottom of a downtrend. So you have a downtrend in price. The hammer's at the bottom, which typically is at a level of support, and then it is a candlestick formation that gives you the confirmation. Of course, you need more than one, but it gives you a confirmation that price may be looking to reverse. And as you can see here, price reversed. All right. So an inverted hammer is what the question was. Can we talk about inverted hammers? An inverted hammer is when you have the opposite. All right. So they call it evening star or morning star. Or, I'm sorry, evening star. All right. So inverted hammer looks the exact same. It's just at the top. All right. There it is. It's an inverted hammer. And it's potential of starting what? A downtrend. All right. So what I love to see is when I have an inverted hammer followed by a bearish engulfing candle, strong possibility of price continuing in a downtrend. Same thing with a regular hammer with a bullish engulfing candle. Strong identification of a uptrend. But I love hammers. My favorite candlestick pattern. And when you combine that with engulfing, magic. Magico. Man, I like this GM where it's going. You know what? Put that there. The neckline of this W is right here, but it's right at the zone. So it needs to break and close above the zone. If it closes above this blue line, it could be a nice little retrace. Nice little retrace. We'll look at it a little later on, but I'll be looking to take price back to I'll be looking to take it in that range right there, which is 35 pips. Finish answering the Q&A real quick. Question is, what situation do you drop to the M5 to find entry? So the situation when I drop to the M5 would be when I've already had multiple arrows. So for example, let's go to mainly when I do is when price is just trending in one direction for a long time. Like here we go right here. You see price has been long time, down arrow, and there wasn't a strong enough pullback to get you another arrow. It's just trending down. So I would have went to the M5 yesterday for EURAUD and looked for some potential entries on the 5-minute yesterday inside the money zone. All right. There probably was a zone or two in here. You can see price shot up, here. So it took those zones out. So there probably was some zones there. And you probably had a couple, at least one, maybe two bag entries on the 5-minute. But that's the main time when I see that price is trending strongly in one direction. So it's almost straight down. And I get to the point where I get one arrow, two arrows, and I get to the money zone, and there's no significant pullback. Then I'll go down to the 5-minute time frame to find my entries. Comes in handy sometimes. We've used it a few times in this call. If I do not see that second arrow on the low candle, shit, I turn off and restart. No, the arrows don't pop up because you think they might pop up. The arrows pop up when all the criteria is met. All right. Just because it looks like an arrow should pop up doesn't mean it's going to pop up. All right. Somebody said bag entry on the 5-minute for GN. Let's go take a look. GN, go to 5-minute. I wouldn't enter in. We're on a downtrend. And it didn't even bounce. So I wouldn't be looking to enter in anything. No entry from me. But yep. We've been trending down, so you could do this. Throw the fibs up there just in case we do get a fib rejection. See how that works out. G Chef trying to push down. Break below there is a sale for the Asia session breakout. All right. I included the zone in the calculations of the Asia session breakout because I'm not going, it's already closed below 80 channel, but it was at a zone, which means the possibility of breaking back the other way and stopping us out is highly probable. Therefore, I add in the zone. All right. So it's got to break the bottom of the zone for me to feel comfortable entering the trade. So I want to do what? I want to measure the entire move. So from the bottom of the zone to the top of A session would be 30 pips, less than 50. This is G Chef. If we go look at the ADR on G Chef, we're only at 33. We're not even at 50% of the ADR. And price, you see it heading down. All right. We got two GCAT and G Chef heading down. All right. But then also remember that GJ not headed down. GU no. GI, it's overall trending down. And GN was overall trending down. So, we got two that are overall trending down over the last couple of days. And you got two more here. So you got four overall trending down. So that gives me some slight hope that we got the correlation needed to give us the 20 pips. So we'll see how that reacts when we get down there. GCAT trying to come back down. Euro AUD. Gold. All right, gold just had his own pop up. Boom. Gold just had his own pop up. G-odd fractal in 3 minutes with engulfing candle. G-odd. Did I see a fractal? G-odd fractal. G-odd fractal. I didn't see a fractal on G-odd. Negative. Took 60 pips on GN. Good night. Congrats. Congrats. So the question was, are the last two candles on GI considered tweezer bottoms? Is that a possibly good entry? All right, Mr. Fair, add another 180 pips. Checks in the mail. Hey, congrats. You locked in those profits today. That's how you do it. G-Chef zone gone. 60 pips up. And you guys are killing it tonight. You guys are killing it. There's the fractal. I think that's what let's go look at G-Chef. G-Chef. Close below the zone. All right. Strat 3 is now in play. Let's look at it real quick. GCAT. All the G pairs, though, are pushing up. I don't necessarily feel comfortable entering into this trade. Let me see if there's anything I'm missing. You got the M there. W, V, V into the M. M. We don't have any Swiss franc news. All right. All right, guys. I gotta take a look at something real quick. Let me take a look at my market maker EA to see where that cycle is at right now. Can't let y'all see it. Still secret. G Chef. All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna enter into the sell on G Chef strategy 3. So I am entering into the sell on G Chef. 20 pip take profit, 40 pip stop loss. Y'all know the game. Some of y'all were already in. I need additional confirmation. So we are in the G Chef sale. GCAD didn't break. All right. G Chef. It's down 21 pips for the day. Still got plenty of room on the ADR. All right. What makes me feel good about it is, right now we got GJ and GU bumping his head. Like you see here, overall, they're getting lower. See wicks, they're getting lower and lower and lower, but they're bumping their heads on his resistance. GI was overall been trending down. So currently it hasn't broken out of this downward trend, but it's trending down. GN, same thing, it's in a downward trend channel. GCAT in the downward trend channel. All right, so that gives me makes me feel pretty good about this trade here. All right. Plus, I called it out on the cycle. You see here the W, the V into the M. Quick little 2-day cycle up. All right. Whenever I see short cycles, it makes me feel confident in the opposite cycle. All right. Because typically cycles are 3 to 5 days long. If a cycle is less than 3 days in one direction, typically the opposite cycle, which we're in now, here's the M, so slanted down M, planted in resistance. Here's the M. All right, the first A was right there. Here's the second A. So we should be coming down here to some level of support in this area to start the W potentially. All right, so I feel good about this because we had a short upward market maker cycle, and now I'm expecting a nice longer downward trend in the market maker cycle on the downward side. All right, the market maker EA had a peak formation low down here. You had to run up, and now we got should be a peak formation high here. We should be on a nice little run down. I'm expecting price for me to come right back down to top of this zone here. All right, we're already up 1 pip. All right, so let it run and see how it plays out. Your JPY, Euro NZD, gold. All right, G Chef, we're up 4 pips right now. Up 4 pips on that 8 session breakout. All right. Yep. What size should your account be roughly to make 500? It's really up to you. If you have a smaller account, you're going to spend more time trading. But I would say if you have a $2,000 to $2,500 account, you could make 500 comfortably by using catching 100, 200 pips a day. So yeah, anything lower, you'd have to trade a little bit longer, but it's really up to you. Yeah, Julian, to the next zone is what I'm thinking as well. All right, guys, we got 8 minutes until the top of the hour. We already took profit on a UK 100 buy, bag entry on the M5. We are now in a sale on GBP Chef based on strategy number 3, the Asia breakout strategy. And you guys already know, if you don't know, the Asia breakout strategy is for pound pairs only. We're up 8 pips, but the G Chef, so we're up 8 pips on G Chef. The Asia breakout strategy is for Great Britain pound pairs only. All right, we're up 9 pips at the moment, so great setup there. Plus 9 pips, almost halfway home. We almost halfway there. Plus 10, we halfway there. 5 more pips and I'm locking in profit. 5 more pips and I'm locking in profit. Let's see what gold's gonna do. Gold. Looking for gold to come back down to this level and give us one of these numbers here. It's either gonna, what I'm looking at, come down. All right, and reverse, or we can get a break, a retest, and reverse. So I'm looking for one of those. I'm looking for one of those 2 setups with gold. What I'm looking for right now. All right, that's what I'm looking at on gold as of right now. Plus 6 pips on G Chef, little pullback. UK 100 broke back below that trend line. Four minutes to the top of the hour. You guys know what it is. We'll take a break here at the top of the hour. All right, GBP NZD bag. Is that what somebody said? You got a bag entry? No bag entry for me. You might have one. I don't have a bag entry. All right. Plus 6 pips on G Chef right now. All right. Got in late going for 10 pips. That's cool. That's cool. 6 pip spread for you on G. Man, if you got a 6 pip spread, you need to use a different broker. Woo-hoo! Hey, straight robbing you. Straight robbing you. Get a different broker. Right, 180 on the call still. Uh, your EG starting to break up. Let's go take a look at it. EG starting to break up. +5 right now in G Chef. EG breaking up. Yep, I expect it to come up. Retest. And I'll be looking for the rejection candles. I'll look for a doji. I'll look for some type of candlestick formation, some type of price action to tell me when to get in to take the trade up to this zone. All right. Come on, G Chef. Go on, drop for us. GU dropping, good. GJ dropping, good. We need that. GI rejecting off the 200. GN starting to come back down, and GCAT starting to push down. So we got the momentum in the right direction. All right, let's see what happens here in 1 minute. And then we'll take that 15-minute break so you guys can use the restroom, get something to drink, something to eat, whatever the case may be. GN got a bag entry. All right, I say bag entry. GN's got a up arrow. All right, but we never got a bounce. And arrow moving average still under the 200. Overall trend is down. We have no trend really. Even zone with the overall sentiment. You can see the overall current trend is a downward trend. All right. G Chef pulled back. We're up 1 pip. All right. Let that play out. Nothing else popped up. Let's look at UK 100. All right. Okay. Back to +3 on G Chef. Let's go look at our position right now. I've added a few positions to mine. We just got a down arrow on G Chef. So you see, I've got 2 more positions. I entered in on a pullback, and then I entered in again when I got the arrow right before I just got back on. So all my TPs are at the TP level for the first one. But I'm scaling into this trade right here. All right. So I got 3 positions on the way down. We're sitting up 13 pips right now, but we're up 8 pips on the original position. Up 8 pips on the original position. UK 100 trying to head back down. GR 30 chilling. US 500 trying to push up. Gold trying to push back up. Movement kind of slow right now. We're in G Chef. There goes GCAT. So it closed below the zone. And look at that. For those who got into that one, GCAT closed below the zone. So on a strategy 3 play, GCAT has already dropped 9 pips. So it's just about caught up with G Chef where we're at. So if you're in GCAT on the sale, that's good. GN's come back down. G odds come back down. GU is pushing down. GJ. So, we got all of them pushing down. So that's a good sign that we are headed in the right direction. G Chef, 48 out of 73. So we still got good movement left in that from an ADR standpoint. All right. So I feel pretty good. Up 9. All right. Up 9. Just broke that fractal. So we're pushing down. Pushing down. 10 pips now on our position. Up 10 pips. All right. See if you guys got any questions. How long ago did the money zone start? So the money zone started 3 hours and 17 minutes ago. 3 hours, 17 minutes ago. All right, comments, questions, concerns? Anybody got any comments, questions? Can you please explain the sale on G-Chef? So strategy number 3. Basic strategy number 3. All right, let's go back and look at it. All right, G-Chef. We had a zone. We had a zone right here, right? All right, and so strategy number 3, I didn't, we broke the, so strategy number 3 is simple. Look at the overall trend. All right, we got 3 red, 3 green. We're up 11 pips on the initial position, by the way, up 11. All right, so because we have 3 red, 3 green, we can trade in either position. And either we measure the distance between the 2 inner zones, 69 pips, which means we can trade in either direction. All right, so first thing you want to do is you want to set up your agent channel. Agent channel is from the start of the boom, 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 period separator to the start of the money zone. And then you want the highest price at the body of before the money zone, and then the lowest price. And you want to make sure you count the width, to the height of the 80 channel. This is the 80 channel right here. This is the 80 session. So we count the type of this here. You see that's only 22 and a half pips. All right. So 22 and a half pips, but there's a zone right here. So it broke below, you see it reversed. So for me, I added in the entry of the zone right here, this blue line here. So for me, I'm not going to enter in until it closed below this zone. Why? So because the zone's in the way. We don't want to trade into a zone. So you add that zone in there and you measure it. And you add the zone in there and add it, it's only 30 pips in the width of the height of 80 seconds. So it's not 50 pips. So we're still good to enter the trade. So when it broke and closed, we entered into the trade. So we are up 11 pips. We were up 12 on our way to 20 pips. I'm already up 20 pips, 21 pips right now overall. And looking for TP to be hit, up 11 pips on the initial position. That's strategy number 3. And then that adding the zone in there is that is a more advanced setup for strategy 3. Again, when I re-release all the videos, I'm going to make some slight modifications so that you guys have all the updated information that we've been utilizing on the call to do what? To secure the bag, all right? To secure the bag. Come on, G-Chef, pushing. So G-Chef get an additional confirmation. Bounce, arrow, the zone broke, got another arrow. That's that second arrow. It's that second arrow, second confirmation that price is headed down right where we want it to head down to. So, all right, up 12 pips right now, feeling good. Once it hits 15 on the initial position, I'm locking in profits. I'm locking in profits. Once we hit 15 pips, I'm locking in profits. It's going to be a free trade. Your GP pushing up. So after the call, make sure that comes out, come back, wait for it to come back and retest. Wait for your rejection off of the zone. Stay to the next zone on Euro GBP. We'll go over a couple of setups. That way, when we get off this call, you guys got something to look at for those that are going to continue to trade. Up 12 pips right now. 3 more pips, and we're going to lock it in on G-Chef. 3 more pips, and we're going to lock it in. That stop loss, go put it in profit. Come on, baby. Let's go. GC's TP is 20 pips. 20 pips from the break of the zone, from the break of agent session. All right. Somebody asked me how long I'm going to be trading live for. Remember, I told you guys my goal is to make 500 to $1,000. Well, there's a reason why I scaled into these trades. I have 3 positions on G Chef, all with a 2.5 lot. All right, and I'm up 20 pips right now. So I'm up 20 pips right now overall. Let me check my profits right now from my phone here. I am up $512 currently. I can close out my positions and be done for the day. All right, I'm up $512 on my G Chef sales right here. That's why I scaled in, because I can see what price is going. All right, we got the strategy, got it set up, and so my goal is met. So if we hit this 20 pips right here, when we hit that level right there, I'm gonna be well over the $1,000 for the goal, and I'll be good for the day. So I won't be trading anymore. So we hit that TP, I'm done. Now, why is my goal 500 to 1,000? Well, think about it. I don't want to trade all day. All right. I also don't want to get greedy. I also don't want to take bad trades. So when you're doing, you know what I'm saying? So uh, I'm not trying to trade all day. I'm not trying to be greedy. FTMO is going to, finish the verification here. I have to pass, and there it is, push down. To let's see, with the challenge for a 100K account, you have to do 10% profit the first month. I mean, like the first for the challenge, and then you have to do 5% profit for the verification. All right, 10% of 1,000, 10,000. I'm sorry, 10% of 100,000, 10,000. So my goal is 500 to 1,000, which means that somewhere between 10, 15 days, so about half a month, will allow me to collectively achieve that. That way, also, if I have a day where I don't trade or I have a losing day, I have time to recover. So I want to pace myself so I don't over leverage, I don't over trade, but then I also want to be aggressive enough so I do have time to make up for it at the end of the month. Second half of the month, if I don't achieve the 10,000 goal because I've taken a couple of days off or I had a couple of losing days, I have time to make up for it. So that's why. And then I want to get in this pace because, again, I want to have work-life balance. I don't want to trade all day. So when I secure my $100,000 account and I place a trade, I want, if I'm pacing myself, and making $500 to $1,000 a day, there's typically 22 trading days in a month, which means 500 to 1,000 a day on average is about 750. We'll just do in the middle. $750 a day times 22 days is 16,500. 16,500. 70-30 split. That's over $12,000 that I get to take home. Can't beat that. And based on this drop right now, I just saw 15 pips. There it is, 16 pips. We heading in the right direction, baby. I'm up $933 right now. Up $933 on this trade. And you know what that means, guys. Free trade. I'm about to lock in all profits. I got 3 positions. It's not gonna matter. Everybody hit this TP. I'm about to lock everything in. So I locked in all 3 positions. Not gonna really matter. We better go hit this TP. We better go hit this TP. All right. Let me go lock in all these positions here. All right, all 3 positions are locked in profit. So it's a free trade for me. Up $1,000 right now. So I can close the trade out and be done. But yeah, we're gonna hit this TP though. 16. I'm gonna stay on with you. As soon as we hit this TP, we out of there, guys. As soon as we hit this TP, we are out of there. Come on, baby. 4 pips. Take us out of our misery. Take us out. I want my $1,000, 1,000 plus. Call it a day. But that's a go, guys. When you get a good trade, now why did I scale in? Let's talk about that. So let's talk about that. All right. I scaled in for a couple of reasons. I felt good about the trade for all the confirmations I gave you, especially the one about the market maker cycle. We had a short upward cycle, which typically means we're going to have a longer downward cycle, which means the true trend is a downward cycle. All right. So I was like, well, here's the M. And you got an A there, and we're in the second A. So yeah, we're due for a nice little drop. You can see that we're in a no trend, 3 red, 3 green. All right. But then from a confirmation standpoint, you can see all the other G pairs are pushing down, like we talked about. They're all pushing down. You know, if you got into that GCAD trade, GCAD ran down 14, almost 15 pips. So GCAD is doing the same thing. All right. And so we got the confirmations that we need to get into the trade. Now, the second entry, because I felt confident about it, when it retraced, I entered the sell right when we got off the call. And then when we got the arrow down, bounce, arrow, go, this is the second arrow, I put in my third position. All right, I put a third position in. That's why I scaled in. The second one here, I did that based off of, let me see if I can show you real quick here. All right, so you see here, I went down to the 5 minute. All right, we had a pullback, and then guess what? What is this? That's that hammer. That's that inverted hammer. All right, because it was trending back up. So when that closed, I got in late. I mean, I hesitated, but you get that inverted hammer. All right, as the inverted hammer was forming, that's where I got that entry right there. All right, then you got the bag, so we got the other entry right there, and now we're just looking for that TP to be hit. All right, so I went to the lower time frames to kind of see price action. All right, that's what I was looking for to make that entry, and we are en route to collecting the bag. 3 positions. We're gonna call it a day. I could close the trade right now and be happy. Up, what are we at right now? Up $900. That's a good day. That is a good day. It's all about, again, consistency. You're not gonna hit a home run every day, all day. All right. So don't force it. Take what the market gives you. If you see other different opportunities, scale in. That way, if things do slow down, like right now, I've locked in all profit. So all 3 trades are locked in profit. So this trade could come all the way back. It doesn't really matter. I'm locked in. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and move this down some more because I want to reach my $500 goal for the day minimum. So I'm going to lock in some more profit. There we go. There we go. I want to lock in some more profit. Can't go broke taking profit. And for me, I got a goal to meet for the day. It's all about my trading plan. Plus 16. Come on, baby. Cool, cool. Well, hey, guys, we are at 3:30. So, hey, we'll go ahead and call it quits for the night. We're going to continue to trade. Remember, in 30 minutes, lots of red photo news comes out. All right? Lots of red photo news. My Facebook real quick. Remember, London session, ton of red news comes out, red photo news. So you got red photo Euro news, and then you also got some GP news that comes out. All right? So make sure to practice proper risk management. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the last London session of the week. It's been a profitable week. We haven't lost any trades. Haven't taken a whole bunch of trades, but it's all about quality and not quantity. All right. Outside of that, guys, hey, see you guys in the funny papers. Thanks for joining.